Hey everybody, it's the new year. Happy New Year, happy 2024. We're in here. We made it to another year by the grace of God. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to refresh and update and revamp your style without spending any money. Because guess what? We got bills to pay. We don't always have the extra funds to spend money on more clothes, but what we can do is use the clothes that we already have, but just get a little bit creative. We are going to be discussing some ways that you can switch up your style using the clothes that you already have. Let's get into it. First thing that you can do to refresh and revamp your style is to try new combinations. This can go in a lot of different areas. It can be trying new combinations of fabrics, colors, prints, and patterns. It's a lot to this. If you want to start small and you don't want to jump to the end of the spectrum where you're getting super experimental, the easiest change to make is to switch up the different fabrics and materials that you combine. It is very easy for us to stick to things that are alike. So if I'm wearing a silk top, it's nice to wear it with a silk, pair of pants. Or if I'm wearing a corduroy top, I wear corduroy pants. And a lot of the times we get caught up in wearing sets, and it's the easiest thing, but it is also an opportunity that we miss out on when we don't take advantage of the fact that sets can be worn with different things. Start off with switching the fabrics that you mix together. Maybe you wouldn't normally wear a silk top with jeans. Maybe you wouldn't normally wear, satin pants with like a cotton top, right? But try it out because you really never know. That is the beauty of experimenting with what's in your closet. You have to take some time and have yourself a little session. Go into that closet and it might get a little messy, but it's worth it because that is how ideas come to life. Start pulling different fabrics that you normally would not mix together and just see what it do. The reason why you also have to try it out with what you have in your closet is because everything comes in different styles, depending on the cut and the style of the top, depending on the cut and the style of the pants. You just never know. So you have to work with what you have and see if it's suitable for your body type and your style. Another way that you can try new combinations if you're feeling a little frisky is switching up how you combine your prints and your patterns. See how different prints and patterns come together in your wardrobe. For me, one day I was feeling like super experimental when I had a shoot. And I was like, you know what? Let me just see what houndstooth and tiger print will look like. Normally, I would not have put those things together, but it ended up turning out really well. I think that look in particular worked out really well because it also wasn't super colorful. I think that's where we start getting into the really tricky territory. You also have to have that creative and experimental flair, right? You have to have that desire to want to try something new in order for these things to work, right? You have to be able to step out of your norm and just test the waters, because if not, then you're going to be sticking to what you normally stick to, but you can easily bring a new look to your clothing by combining them differently. So have an open mind. Similarly, you can try out different combinations of colors. I have found out so many colors that I have in my closet that actually look really good together, and I have not been taking advantage of it. So when I just started experimenting and seeing, mustard looks really good with wine, and this color looks really good with this color, I got really open to the idea of experimenting with even more colors. Colors are a big deal. Start pulling and combining different colors that you don't normally put together. What you can also do is look at, Pinterest, look at Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your fashion inspo. You can also look there and see what other, color combinations you can try if you're feeling a little bit, unsure where to start. But also, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. I can make a whole video on different color combinations that work well with outfits. It's something that we need to take advantage of because you can really bring a new look to your outfits. Instead of always wearing things, the neutral way, the safe way, you can start putting things together that no one would expect. So I think y'all got the point when it comes to mixing things differently. So now let's move on to the next tip. The next way to switch up your style and do it in a way that can really bring a new look to your outfits is DIYing. DIYing is something that I really, really respect. It's crazy how creative people can get with a pair of scissors and something in their wardrobe. I have seen people transform jeans into like jean skirts that look like it belongs on the runway. If I were you, I would start, brainstorming how you can rework some of the clothes in your closet. Now, you have to do this with pieces that you don't mind messing up. If you make a mistake, you have to be willing to either work with it or maybe even donate it, sell it, whatever the case is. But it can't be something that you're not willing to risk losing. If you guys are interested in, looking more into that, there is a girl I follow named Notorious Kia, I believe. And she's on Instagram. She does a lot of DIY and she's super creative. She has a very urban, high fashion taste. Her taste is very different. I love how unique that she gets with her style. If you're interested in DIYing clothes, I would definitely check her out. But yeah, DIYing is a great way to bring a new look to your clothes because you're literally making it look different. It's almost like you're adding a new piece to your wardrobe. You're losing an old one, but you're adding a new one. Now, I must say that some things, when you do a DIY, you probably should have a sewing machine for, at least a thread and a needle. But, that's something you're going to have to look into because it really depends on what fabric you're cutting and what kind of style you're trying to achieve. Number 3, one of the ways that you can revamp your style is by switching or swapping accessories. Accessories are seen as small, but they make a very big impact. Sometimes you might buy a dress, for example, that already comes with a belt. Instead of wearing that dress with the belt that it already comes with, you can swap it out if it's detachable with another belt. Just know that you don't have to stick with the accessories that come with your outfit. If you normally wear certain accessories with like a particular outfit, switch it up. Maybe you wear a particular pair of shoes with a particular pair of pants all the time. Switch it up. Don't always pair the same accessories all the time. Don't always pair the same shoes all the time because your looks are going to start getting very repetitive, very predictable. See how different jewelry looks with the outfit. See how, if you add a hat, how would it look? If you add a scarf, you just have to be willing to do something different with your accessories. So the last tip that I have is simply wearing your pieces differently. What I mean by that is maybe you normally wear your favorite top as is. You probably wear like a button-up top just as is. You throw on your jewelry, you throw on your pants. But maybe instead of just wearing it as is, you layer it up. You wear a blazer on top, you wear a vest on top. Or maybe instead you wear the button-up shirt as something that's like a jacket, right? You wear it open, or you wear it tucked in. You wear it around your neck like a little bougie auntie. You just wear it in a different way that isn't always the standard way. It isn't always the predictable way. I love wearing like a tube dress and then wearing it as a top, wearing it as a skirt, wearing it as a dress. There's so much variety. If maybe you're having a hard time doing that, you can find inspo online. You can say, how many ways can you wear a pair of jeans? How many ways can you wear a button-up top, right? And you're gonna find so many examples, but it should get your creativity flowing because when it comes to clothes, like people are finding wild ways to rewear their clothes. Like people are turning jeans into tops and I'm like, what in the world? I can't even keep up at this point, but it's so creative and people aren't just sticking to the norm of how to wear things anymore. So that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you down below. If you have any additional tips, don't hold out, okay? Don't gatekeep. Go ahead and share it with us. And also let me know if you plan on revamping your style or if you plan on using any of these tips. So I'll meet you down there in the comments. And while you're at it, you're not gonna be far from the subscription button, okay? It's red and it's just staring at you. So you might as well just do something about it. Please go ahead and press that red subscribe button, join the family, and turn on that bell notification button so that anytime I post, you're gonna be up to date. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for joining me for my first video of the year. I will see you guys in my next video next Sunday. God bless you. Deuces.